Okay, here we go. Inside linebacker, block protection, and shed. Now what we're going to do, number one, we're going to go through the crowdler, which is basically against ISO. Yes, and we're going to show you a couple different ways you're going to teach it based on what kind of shoulder fit you're looking for. Okay, if we're always out of a stack, okay, our Mike backer is always going to use the near shoulder. Okay, but out of 50 or out of 40, you've got to decide, are we going to have him use the near shoulder across his face? Okay, so we'll show you guys both of those. We're going to go against backside cutoff. Okay, anytime on the backside is always hands. Okay, always hands. We'll never crowdler a backside guard coming to cut us off. He'll smother us. Does that make sense? We're going to teach you guys how to take on pullers. What happens if I'm scraping, that puller hasn't quite turned up yet? Okay, what happens if he has turned up on me? Okay, those are what we call puller fits. Yes, we're going to get to inside zone, how to fit off the inside zone. Okay, we call that a zone fit. And we'll get to everything else. Okay, but there's not a whole lot. Okay, now, Brett, the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to teach these guys how to fit off the crowdler. The first thing that we always do is teach them how to play the ISO. Yes? Okay, now number one, just go ahead and turn face there. Okay, when we come up, first thing we're going to do, we're going to put them in the fit, and we always put them in the right shoulder fit first, no matter which side they're coming from, because they're going to get instant feedback in terms of throwing it. Now, eventually, when you get to it, you're going to want to work throwing the left one twice as much as the right, because your kids tend to not have as much pop, if that makes sense. Okay, we always throw a crowdler against the ISO. Okay, now, number one, when we fit, your kids have got to understand, you're taking away half of them. When we hit them, we want to hit in the midline. Don't pick, you're going to end up picking a side, but we don't want you coming off his edge. Okay, we've got to be firm, yes? We're going to come up, okay? We want a nice wide base to start. We want our right foot going right down his crotch. Okay, when we say set, they've got their heel turned over, they've got their elbow up, they've got their eyes at ball level. They're going to come up, they're going to fit their head and their neck into this guy, okay, and really lean on him. Okay, that's number one. Okay, Brett's up. Here we go in the crowdler fit. Set. Okay, he's got a nice shoulder fit, big. He's got his eyes at ball level. Okay, he's splitting me down the crotch here. Good, stand up. Okay, one more time, really get that elbow high. Set. Good, and stand up. Okay, phase two, squeeze. You squeeze your head and your neck back into him. Okay, we want to be firm. As soon as I throw it, I squeeze my head and my neck back into him. On set, Brett's going to get in the fit. On squeeze, okay, he's just going to squeeze his head and his neck back into the guy. Here we go. Set. Squeeze. Set. Squeeze. Set. Squeeze. Good, and relax. Okay, so that's phase two. Now, as soon as we throw the crowdler, as soon as we throw it, here, okay, we pop our hips and we pop our chest, and we're going to run his ass back to where he came from. Does that make sense? Okay, it's just like tackling. That's why we always teach it first. What we're doing as we throw it, our pads are going to be under his pads. We've got our eyes at ball level. Yes, treat him like the ball carrier. When we pop our hips, we're going to get him elevated. Okay, it was beautiful. Bill was talking about on the first night when we went to Hanford, yes, up in Fresno. They played against these guys. These kids had never run the 50. We spent basically 2.5 days in individual with these kids in the 50 defense. We lined them up in a 50 half an hour before it started, right? This offense comes out in the power I, and they've got a fullback that's just an absolute stud. Big black kid, weighed probably about 235, just a stud. Okay? They come out in the power I, they're trying to run ISO. Inside backer comes downhill, throws the crowdler, and this fullback just goes bam and just stopped dead. Okay? Because one, it's all leverage. His eyes came in at ball level. Okay? And when he popped it and he got his elbow up, he got that kid elevated. Okay? And that's what we want. Okay? Coach Brett's going to come up. When we say set, he's going to get in the fit. He's going to have the head neck squeeze. Okay? On go, it is full speed. Now you tell the shield holder to hang in there for him. Okay? He's going to pop his hips, he's going to pop his chest, and he's going to double time his knees and run. Does that make sense? But get the elbow up. What's happening, it's just like throwing a single shoulder block. Okay, Brett's tilted over a little bit. When you make contact, you're going to make contact with the shoulder and the forearm. By getting and working that elbow up, now I'm going to get him elevated. Does that make sense? We don't want to keep that thing down. So as I throw it, I'm going to make contact with my eyes at ball level with my shoulder and the forearm. Here. Okay, and as I work my hips up and drive my elbow up and pop my hips, now I'm going to get him elevated, but I want to stay connected. Does that make sense? Okay, here we go. Set. No, you're just in the fit. There we go, set. Go! Come on. Good, on back. Okay, good. Here we go, one more time. Pop your hips, double time your knees and run them. Now, you've got the free hand, yes? As soon as I get him up, I'm gonna pop him in the hip. Yes, I'm throwing one of them. As soon as I get that fullback elevated, here he comes. Okay, as soon as I get him up, I'm gonna pop him in the hip or in the shoulder, anything that I can get to wash his ass back inside. Does that make sense? Okay, so Brett, as soon as you get me up, okay, I'm gonna pop the hip, either pop him in the hip or pop him in the tricep to turn me back inside, back to where the ball's going. Here we go, set, go! Good. Okay, good, on back. Okay, here we go, one more time. Then we're gonna start throwing it. Here we go, set, go! Good. Okay, good. Okay, now, we're gonna come up, we're gonna get in the fit, we're gonna cock it back. Okay, really have these kids cock this thing back, boy. We want it coming back a mile, yes? On set, we're in the fit. Okay, on cock, kick the inside leg back and cock this hand back, boy, and you're staring at it, yes? On throw, bring the inside leg, throw it straight up. You're not throwing it out. Does that make sense? Throw it straight up. I'm gonna pop my hips, pop my chest, double time my knees, and I'm gonna pop them in the hip or in the tricep. Okay, I'll just go easy on a walk, then we'll have Coach Brett do it one time. Set, cock. Here we go, set, go. Bring the inside leg, throw it straight up, pop the hip, and now I've got him in. Yes? Okay, here we go. Brett's up. This is full speed. And when they throw it, boy, you throw it with bad intentions. Yes, that fullback's coming to clean your clock. Okay, we want a train wreck right there. Here we go. Set, cock. Here we go. Eyes at ball level. Set, go. Good. Okay, good. Nice pop. Okay, here we go. One more time. Set, cock. Here we go. Set, go. Good. Okay, good. Way to get your hips all the way through. Okay, now we're going to style points. And again, obviously, we're going to have to teach it off of both shoulders. Now it's based on your approach, okay? First, Brett, we're going to basically put you, you're coming with the right shoulder. You're going to be the Mike linebacker, okay? I'm already inserted here where the back's going to end up. Brett, we want one shuffle step and you're coming. Yes, as the Mike, whether you're in triple stack or you're in the 4-3, you're hitting with the near shoulder, okay? Crowd it. Now, knowing, okay, that I don't need to pop them in the hip here. Okay, here we go. Set. Go. Good. Okay, good. I'm back. Okay, that's what we call style points. He's a couple yards off now, and I'm not moving. Okay. All right, Brett, we're in the 50. Okay, there's two ways that we can do it here. Number one, if we ask him to use the near shoulder, okay? Brett, I'm gonna be just offset from you. We want one shuffle step, Brett. One shuffle and you're coming, and then I'm throwing it. Come downhill, okay? All backs outside of A in the 50. Yes, you know he's heading for his outside cone, one step. He gets ISO, now he's coming. If we ask this kid, okay, to come to the near shoulder, right here, okay, then we're gonna ask our kid to play backside cutback. Yes, or we can tell him to what? Come under, and we can fast scrape the backside guy. Okay, but we'll do that one in a minute. Okay, so Brett, I'm in the one-step shuffle. I'm right here. Okay, you're in a one-step shuffle and you're coming. Here we go. Set. Go. Good. Okay, good. Okay, triple stack. Brett, all backs in the B. You're the tackle backer. Okay? On go, you're thinking fallout, you're gonna gather for a split second, and now you're coming. Throw the near shoulder, yes? So based on whatever you guys run, we need to know what's going on. Okay, here we go, time and distance. Out of triple stack, I'm the tackle backer. Fall out, bring the inside leg. Gather for a split second, you get all backs in the B, I'm coming. Here we go, set, go. Good. Okay, good. Okay. Once we get that, now the nice thing is when we get them into pads, once we've taught them this stuff, put them in the fit real quick so they can feel that fit against gear, okay? Then we'll put them at style points right now, okay? And eventually we're going to what? We're going to the whole enchilada, okay? I'm back here. Brett, we'll go ahead and put you in the 50 to start. Brett's the strong inside linebacker. I am the fullback. Brett, you're getting all backs into B. Yes, they're doubling down on your nose. One step shuffle, and I'm coming. Okay, if we ask this kid to hit with a near shoulder, that's the kind of fit we want. Okay, that backside guy will be a little bit slower to go. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, here we go. About half speed. Set. Go. Good. You all right? Turn off the tape real quick. Okay, Brett, you're getting all backs into A. Yes? One step shuffle, go ahead and bring it. Throw the near shoulder. Okay? Knowing that they're going to have a hard time coming into A because we got a 1 here, yes, but we're just working the shoulder fit. Here we go. We'll just go easy, Brett. Set. Go. Good. Good. On back. Okay, triple stack. Brett, I'm the tackle backer on the strong side. All backs into B. Fall out, gather. Now I'm coming. Yes, it's the near shoulder. Set. Go. Good. Okay, good. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, so you guys have any questions in terms of how we teach it and how we throw it? Okay, we want a crowdler. We will never use hands on a fullback. If you think you're going to use hands, you're getting uncorked on. Does that make sense? Okay? Another way you could teach it, but the reason I don't like it, okay? A lot of guys will teach this kid if he's coming to throw a rip for that guy's nuts, okay, which will turn into a shoulder pop. But we feel like once we get to here that we get stuck, we'd like to get elevated. Plus, number 2, in practice, we've been known to hit kids in the knees. Does that make sense? So we'll throw it straight up. We teach our outside linebackers the same thing on the wrong arm. Does that make sense? Okay? All right. Okay? Brett's here. Now, if we ask this kid to cross face, which a lot of people will do in the 40 or the 50, okay? If I one-step shuffle, here comes ISO, we want this guy coming under. Make it bounce so we can fast scrape the backside guy so he doesn't have to get caught up with the guard. Yes? We're going to come up. Now you're going to have to put him on a bit of an angle here. Why? I'm crossing face. What you guys will see, the way that we really like it, when we ask our guys to cross face, we want them to attack his thigh board because that's going to elongate him a little bit. As he comes under, he's going to end up more in here, okay, which is going to make it tougher for the back to stay in there if that's what he wants to do. Okay? We're going to get in the fit, but nothing changes. Okay? We're going to pop our hips, double time our knees, then we're popping them back in the hip. Okay? Here we go. This is if we want to stay up. Set. Go. Okay, good. Okay, from there, nothing changes. Cock it back, throw it, etc., etc. Okay, Brett, go ahead and line up. We're in the 50 now. Okay, I'll do it. We'll go ahead and go on a walk. I get all backs outside of A. One step shuffle, and I'm coming. We want this guy coming under now. Here. Does that make sense? So we'll just do it on a walk. This could be 50, this could be 40. Okay, here we go. Set. Walk. Okay, etc., etc. Yes, that could be 50, that could be 40. Okay? Now, if we want our kids to come under, I won't make you hit the second one. Okay, Coach Brett's going to be up. We're going to turn this back just like this, and we're going to hang in there firm. Okay, what Coach Brett's going to do, he's going to get on his knees, okay, to where he can just barely touch this bag. On set, he's going to have his chest on his quads, his hands on his holsters. When you take on the ISO, you treat that fullback like he's the ball carrier. You better have your eyes at ball level 3 steps away. Okay, so we can get him elevated. Okay, he's going to come up to where he can barely touch it. Here we go. Set. Chest on his quads, hands in his holsters. Good. Now, on spring, he's going to spring straight out. Okay, he's going to arch his chest a little bit, but he's going to get a head and shoulder fit here, just about on this pink stripe. No crowdler. Okay, here we go. Set. Go. Good. Set. Go. Good. Okay, here we go. We're going to throw the crowler now off of both knees. Yes? Give me that nice arch. Even if we want you coming under this kid at the thigh board, you can hit them in the thigh. Do never tell them to tack their knees. Number one, we don't want to hurt their kids. And number two, that's illegal. Does that make sense? But we can hit them in the thighs. Okay? Throw it, arch your chest. We still want you to arch your chest. We don't want your head coming down. Yes? Here we go. Set. Go. Nice. Set. Go. Nice. Okay, good. On back. Okay, style points. Brett's up. Okay, Brett, we want you to one-step shuffle. Okay, and now I'm coming back downhill. Yes? Get your eyes just about at this stripe here. Okay, right about the middle. We want you to come down. We want you to throw the crowler under that guy's thigh board. Here, and we still want you to arch your chest. Yes? If you go down, don't worry about it, but keep bringing your knees. Okay? Your head up. You're going to one-step shuffle. You got all backs outside of A. Okay, now you're coming back under. This is a good thing to do against big kids too, yes? Here we go. Just we'll go about a quarter speed. Set. Go. Good. Okay, good, on back. Okay, here we go, one more time. Now, if we ever ask our kids, okay, to come under, we expect you to make the play too if that back's still running. Okay, so as soon as I throw it and I'm down there, if I see feet behind them, do what I can to grab them, yes? Okay, here we go, one more time. Set. Go. Good. Okay, good, on back. Okay, nice arch. Okay, so that is the crowler. That's how we take on the ISO. Yes, obviously working what? Twice as much with the left shoulder. If you guys have the full 5-man sleds or just 1-man sleds, it's a good idea to throw it and have them work it on that. Okay, especially those ones that are real firm, because that's what it's going to feel like in the game. Yes. Okay, now on the back side, it's all hands, always. Okay? Anybody ever comes to cut you off, it's all hands. We can't ask you on the backside to 1, throw a crowler, or 2, just turn sideways, because he's going to ear hole your ass. If you throw a crowler, he's going to smother you. Does that make sense? It's all hands. Okay? Now, there's a couple ways that we can do it, but it's based on how you're going to play your front side guy. Yes? Now, number 1, okay? Brett's going to come up, he's going to be on both knees. The biggest thing our kids got to understand on defense, anytime that you use hands, you have got to get locked out. Okay, always. If you want to ever have a chance to win on defense, you've got to get locked. Yes? When we punch, we always punch from the holsters. That's why when we move as inside linebackers, our first step is always where? Here with our hands. Does that make sense? So now as I move, I can punch. Yes? Punch out of the holsters. Hit with a knife of the hands. Yes? You want your thumbs up. You want your elbows contorted in. Okay? The easiest way to do it, Coach, come here. Take your biggest stud on the team. Okay? Have them lock out. Take your biggest stud. Put them over there. Okay, Coach, when I say lean, just kind of start to fall into me. Go. Okay? He can't break that. Yes? If I palm it and my elbow comes out, okay? Go. He can start to break that down. Does that make sense? Because now my elbows have the ability to what? Go out. You're soft. Does that make sense? We want it locked here. Okay? We want our thumbs up. When we punch, we're going to latch on. Now, there may be times that you happen to ricochet. That's just the way it goes, and we'll talk about that. Okay? We want to shoot. We want to lock out. First, we're just teaching them how to lock out on air. Okay? You want your thumbs higher than your eyes. Low pad wins. So we want our kids bent. That's an exaggeration. We know that, right? Our kids tend to play there. But that's where we want to get them. Okay? On shoot, Brett's going to shoot and lock out with his thumbs straight ahead. Set. Shoot. Set. Shoot. Set. Shoot. Okay? Elbows in tight. Fingers outside the elbows. Okay? Here we go. Set. Shoot. Set. Shoot. Set. Shoot. Good, and relax, okay? Now, what he's going to do, as an inside linebacker on the backside, you shoot 50-50 on the guy, okay? When you shoot and lock out, okay, if Brett's on the right, okay, he's going to punch right down the middle of me so he can get a nice punch and a good fit. But his hips and his head are going to stay just to the side that he started on before he comes over the top. If that ball cuts back early, you'd better be waiting there. But we don't want you head up early. Because if that ball cuts back early, I'm in good position here to make a play on you. Does that make sense? Okay, so Brett, when you shoot and lock out, go ahead and keep your head to the right, but now you're going to shoot and lock out with your hands 50-50 to the left. Okay, here we go. Set, shoot, set, shoot, set, shoot. Good, and relax. We're doing the same thing to the right now. Here we go. Set, shoot, set, shoot, set, shoot. Good, and relax. Okay, insert shield holder. We want to put the handles at the guy. When we first teach them this, we want them to punch and latch on. Okay, we don't want them to ricochet early. Okay, now sometimes it may happen, and a lot of times it's going to happen the wider that ball goes early. Okay, if that ball's heading into C or wider early, there's no point in latching on with this guy. I'm taking one shuffle step and running. Does that make sense? But if it's hitting tight, we've got to latch on initially, okay, to make sure I don't punch, ricochet, the ball cuts back early, and now that guy's back on me. Does that make sense? So we're going to shoot and lock out. First, we're just teaching him how to punch, so we're going to punch in 100. Now, when Brett comes up, he's going to come up and fit with his hands in his handles, but he wants a 90-degree break in the elbow. Okay? Teach your kids. We want to butt the guy. Okay? We butt, bench, and then we buzz, but the buzz is more of a bounce. Okay? The 3 B's on block protection for the inside linebackers on the backside. Butt, bench, and buzz. Lead with your cage a little bit. That's a big hoss you're hitting. Okay? We don't ever want to strike just with our hands early. Get your cage, lead with your chin, the front part of your shoulder pads. Don't be afraid to get it in there and then punch. Does that make sense? Okay, so Brett's going to come up to where he can fit with his hands in the holsters, or his hands in the handles. Okay, he's got a 90-degree break in the elbow. Okay, set, he's going to bring it back to the holsters. Yes, so he's got his cage up in there a bit. Okay, here we go. Set, shoot. Good. Set, shoot. Good. Set, shoot. Good, and relax. Okay, we're doing the same thing. I'm offset 50-50 now on the backside. Set, shoot. Good. Set, shoot. Set, shoot. Good, and to the right. Here we go. Set, shoot. Good. Set, shoot. Good, and relax. Okay, go ahead and stand up. Okay, now we bench. Now we want to buzz. We're going to start in 100. Okay, and it's going to happen quick. We've got to keep our feet active, yes, but we don't want them coming over the top initially. Okay, even if we fast flow our kids on the backside, 2 steps past the handoff, if he's still on that side, now I can come over. Okay, because if you let them do it early, that kid's going to cut it back. So 2 steps past the handoff. Why do we do that? We know on the inside zone, that kid's got to make his cut by 2 steps past the handoff. Yes? Okay, now, Brett, you're going to shoot and lock out in 100. As soon as you get locked, start to buzz the feet till I say sit. Yes, it's going to happen quick. Okay, when we bounce the feet, we just get on the balls of our toes. Okay, our heel comes off the ground about 1/4 of an inch. Don't make them bounce too long. We don't want them there very long. Yes? Here we go. Set. Shoot. Sit. Good. Set. Shoot. Sit. Good. Here we go. We're offset 50-50. Here we go. Set. Shoot. Sit. Good. Set. Shoot. Sit. Good. And to the right. Here we go. Set. Shoot. Sit. Good. Set. Shoot. Sit. Good. And relax. Okay. Now, if we fast flow, the only thing we ever teach them to do is throw by and tee. Okay? If we want our kids to come down, Brett, go ahead and be the guard on the backside. Okay? He comes to cut me off. I 2-step shuffle. I shoot and lock out. I bounce. Okay? 2 steps past the handoff. It's going to be quick. It's going to be bounce, go. Yes? If I have to lose a little bit of ground to do that, fine. Okay? The only thing we'll ever teach them on the backside if we want them to fast flow is pure throw by and throwing the tee. Okay? So Brett, we're going to come up. On shoot, you're going to shoot and lock out. On throw, you've got to ragdoll his ass. As you throw him to the right, your head's got to come to the left right now so I can get off. Okay? From here, boom, just throw his ass. It's the easiest thing in the world to do, but it works. Okay? Here we go. Set. Shoot. Go. Good. Okay? Set. Shoot. Go. Good. Okay? From 50-50 now. If you have to lose a little bit of ground to gain ground, do that. Set. Shoot. Go. Good. Here we go. One more time. He's doing a nice job of keeping his butt square as he comes over the top. Set. Shoot. Go. Good. Okay, now, Brett, here we go. Brett's on both knees. He's going to shoot. Okay, he's going to throw, and he's going to tee right now. When you tee, the elbow comes in tight. The hand stays open and big. Lean back on the guy. Yes, even if he's not there. Okay, worst thing our kids can do, go ahead and stand up. Okay, this could be pass rush, which Coach Bear will be going over later. He went over with the D-line last night. Worst thing your kids can do, okay, is they're ever shedding somebody. It's the same thing for your outside linebackers. As they come off, okay, if they're treetop tall, this guy is just going to ear hole you. Does that make sense? So to get our point across, okay, Brett, go ahead and stand there kind of with your feet pretty close together. Okay, just stand sideways, push them. Okay, now Brett, all I want you to do, no pressure, just drop that shoulder. Okay, set. Okay, stand up, and you're going over. Does that make sense? So that's how we get our point across. So when you throw that tee, you've got to lean back on him even if he's not there. You always assume that he's there, yes? Okay, so Brett's going to be on both knees. Okay, we're going to shoot, we're going to throw, and then we're going to tee. Okay, it's how quick I can come from here. Don't let